Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Machedo is the best.
Hi there, Machedo. Speaking to you from Machedo.com. Who is Machedo and Think Personal Branding? So let's quickly move on. I got four emails of people who spend money on network marketing or multi-level marketing, where all this big hype was there about that if you pay money, you'll get passive income or you'll become rich. So what I decided is, since there are people from various walks of life and some people who are earning small salaries who have been cheated, given fake promises by these network marketing agents or people, send me an email to loy@loymachedo.com. My email is put down below with your experience. How much money did they take from you? What did they promise you? Where did they meet you? What actually happened? Give me a brief. You don't have to elaborate too much. Give me the brief, the main important specific points. Don't say some money. Tell me exactly how much. I'll not mention your name, but I think people need to be given awareness, or at least awareness should be created, because in India, people are being arrested. So this is happening in the Middle East. I want to put a video through your letters, through your experience, and warn other people so that you can share this so other people will not lose money. Obviously, I cannot give names of specific individuals, but I can speak about your experience. So please send it to me. I might share this video in another 24 to 48 hours. So that is a very important thing which I wanted to share with you. Now, starting off with donations, I just want to say a big thank you to a gentleman from Los Angeles, a lady from Dubai, another lady from India, which I was pretty surprised, and I have a gentleman from Oman. All of them didn't want to give their names because they have relatives in Dubai, but one of them from Oman said, "Law, you're doing a good job." So thank you very much. Now, in terms of vacancies, one of them sent me a message, "Lloyd, why don't you give updates every day?" See, the thing is, every day people are not getting jobs. Whenever there are updates, I will share. 9 people went for interviews as of now, and this is the second week. 9 people have gone for interviews, but there's no response out of the 43. Now it's increasing. One of them, a lady, Filipina, she was asked something indecent. Like, she was told, "How badly do you want this job? What are you prepared to do? What do you like to do?" And so she asked me, "What do you think the owner is hinting?" I said, "Just get out. Don't bother, because this guy is just trying to, he's sexually perverted and he's trying to take advantage of you. You don't need that shit." 2 of them were told, "We'll call you back." I told people, when someone says, "We'll get back to you," don't even bother. Another 2 people were promised a salary, but when they read the contract, it said something else. They said, "This is part of commission," and this. I said, "Don't bother, because they are playing around with you." One of them was even asked to pay the visa expenses and other expenses. So I told him he has to take the call on this, whether he wants to pay or not pay. One of them was even given he's an Indian guy. He was told a particular position as an engineer, but when he went there, the guy promised him, he told him, "You're going to be the head in charge of this department," whereby, all bombastic and big promises. You will be venturing out, creating new markets. I told him what he means by that is creating new markets and bringing revenue. That means if you don't bring in the revenue, you don't get paid. And then how the owner can play around and say is, "You didn't get the cash, so I can't pay you." I told him not to take that, because he's an engineer, not a salesman. And 4 of them were told that the final interview will take place next week. So I wish them all the best. So these were the updates in terms of vacancies. Now, in terms of emails, I received this email from a finance person. He said that, "Law, I work for this company for 9 months. Now, finally, they forced me to give a resignation because there's no business in this finance company." He didn't give me the name. He said, "We had agreed for 8,000 dirham salary, but then after I joined, they only gave me 5,000. They said, 'You want to take it or leave it?' Now they have forced all the salespeople to take a 20% drop in their salary with no commissions, because they said the market is suffering. So if you want, you can leave or you can continue." They were not given any other choice. Many of them could not resign because they have commitments, they have loans. I've told you, you need to be careful. If you have taken loans and credit cards, you're jacked, because the company knows you will not leave them. So this is one email. He didn't give me the company's name. I got this email from a woman from Kerala who's staying in Sharjah. She works for the pharmaceutical industry in Jabal Ali. As per her opinion, she says in Jabal Ali, Law, you're saying nothing is happening about Expo, but I can see many bridges, many buildings are in construction. She even stated, one of my friends got a multi-million-dollar project related to Expo. Congratulations, but I can challenge you this. When he has to go collect the money, that's where he is going to suffer. I can challenge you that he will not be paid the money on time, and whatever he has agreed will not be paid. Mark my words, getting a job is very easy. Getting paid is where the problem starts. Then she says, Law, I just want to tell you that the sales in our company since 2017 has been declining to the point where maybe our company will close down. In the pharma industry, now licensing exam can be done from India itself. So a lot of Indians, Bangladeshis, Sri Lankans are getting their DHA or HAAD or MOH, that is Ministry of Health license, to Dubai with $1 million dreams. Before, a pharmacist was getting 8,000 to 12,000 dirham salary. I didn't know they get paid so much. But today, getting even 3,500 is a miracle. My husband, he lost his job. He's not even getting for 2,000 dirham salary. I want to inform you, please tell other people, do not come to UAE to work as a pharmacist expecting big dreams. In the pharma industry, Arabs are getting more preference because they know Arabic and English. Well, obviously, because it's the Middle East. I know lots of Indians with a lot of skill and experience, but no jobs. We have Emiratis, they never work. Jordanians and Palestinians have some colleagues, they are nice to us, but the Syrians and Egyptians, they don't work and they're not polite. Okay, this is her experience. I'm not saying all the Jordanians or all the Palestinians. This is her message, what she has put. The problem with UAE is it is super saturated with migrants who are ready to work for cheap salary. The living expenses are very high. She also put down something called pro-metric exam is now very easy. I have no idea what is a pro-metric exam. People conducting these exams are minting money and they come here expecting to become rich. Finally, she put, Law, you're a very funny comedian. I laugh at a lot of your videos. Thank you very much. And she even put at the end, you're right, South Indians smell like onions. I know, I don't know where I said that, but I don't think I've said, South Indians smell like onions. I've not gone around smelling South Indians, but I do know Indians have a very funny smell. I'm not saying all Indians, but yeah, the majority. And if you don't use deodorant and you don't take care of personal hygiene, yes. Now coming to the news. Emirates Airlines gives good news stating that there's no more chauffeur service in Khalij times. Those people who upgrade from business, from the normal class to business class and first class, from now on, you'll no longer get complimentary chauffeur driving service. Why? Because it seems EK has been hit by fuel cost, currency movement, and its profits have been nosedive 86%. Yeah, you expand so fast. What the fuck do you expect? Next one is from Reuters. This one, it seems the Dubai theme park operator is working with Molis and company on debt restructure. This is the Ilyas and Mustafa Galadari group, which created the largest indoor theme park. You're stupid. Okay, they have hired Molis and company for debt restructuring. Why? Because they had borrowed 1.2 billion dirhams. 1.2 billion they borrowed, which is 326 million. They took it in 2014 and now they are not able to pay it back. The loan led by Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank, Al Hilal Bank, Commercial Bank, International Noor Bank, and Sharjah Islamic Bank. They borrowed all this money and now they can't pay it back. Several theme parks have been constructed roughly for a population of 9 million, and they were expecting millions of people to come and visit it. As it is, your theme park is in the middle of nowhere. People have to drive there in this heat or whatever. Now imagine such a big theme park, so much electricity, so many people's salaries, so many expenses, and they're not able to take care of it. My prediction, it's going to go bankrupt. It's going to be a write-off. Next one, this is the big joke by Gulf News. Gulf News, it's not April, but you're cracking good jokes and I like it. It says 65% of UAE organizations are going to hike their salary as per a survey. So I took a survey that it's going to rain doesn't mean it's going to rain. I just took a bloody survey. I took a survey that people are happy. Doesn't mean people are happy. Anyone can say anything. When you take a survey and look at it, just look at the article where it says the salary increment is going to be 2.5 to 4.5 now percent. Now that sounds very big. As per Harish Bhatia, who's a regional director for Middle East and Africa for sounds like Corn Ferry, and Jaya Bhatia, managing director and HR advisor for Job Hunt HR Management Consultancy. What they say is the actual increase will depend on how global, regional, and local economies perform in the coming months. So, in other words, your increase is dependent on how the global economy performs. As of now, it's performing under a recession, and a recession takes to correct itself 4 to 8 years. So, because you say the actually may depend, that means it's not confirmed. So, stop speaking through your ass. That's what I tell you. Organizations in UAE have been growing rapidly over the last 2 decades. Really, which drug are you smoking, Mr. and Mrs. Bhatia? You need to stop farting around all this rubbish. In fact, here's my question to you. Where has the Bhatias, Jaya and Harish, or Gulf News, actually reported companies are closing down, salaries are not paid, people are losing jobs? Have they ever admitted this? No. Oh, as per our survey, they're going to increase the salary. And here's the, if you use your brains and you think, if your salary is 3,000, as per their survey, it'll increase by 150 dirhams. That's hardly $45 or something. And if your salary is 10,000 dirhams, it increased by 500 dirhams. That means your salary will increase to the point where you can go watch a movie with 3 children, eat popcorn, have a Coca-Cola. That's the only extra that I'll get. So you can watch 1 movie per month. Is that enough? This is such bullshit, the way they talk about this news, if you use your common sense, you'll realize 5% is nothing. It's bloody peanuts. Okay, the next one by Reuters. Builders bruised by Dubai real estate market woes. What they say is construction and engineering jobs are going to cut jobs, are going to halt expansion because the Dubai market is oversupplied and prices have fallen steadily. From 2014, it has not gone up. The chief executive for Kabdan, I hope I got that name, Samir Al-Ekhar, he said, who built the Kempinski Hotel, they said we cut down 10% of our 7,400 workforce. Why? And why is this market going down? Because problems with Qatar, sanctions against Iran, and the new value-added tax, which is dragging the economy. As per the Dubai Land Department, this is Reuters saying it, 1 out of every 4 projects is currently having problems. Imagine that. 1 out of every 4. Dubai Land Department declined to give any private data on struggling projects. In fact, the biggest, most important thing that really shocked me was this guy, Chris Janis Crustins. Man, what a bloody tongue twister of a name. Chris Janis Crustins, a director in the Middle East and Africa at Fitch Ratings, he said, he has yet to hear, now pay attention to this, he has yet to hear a coherent thesis on how, Expo 2020 would help in sustaining growth. That means educated minds, people with some common sense, are challenging and asking, how the hell would Expo 2020 help in sustaining the economy? How? How are you going to change when people are afraid of your economy, when people are afraid of your country, when they know your policies change? How would one conference suddenly bring, take all my money, here, take it? The outlook is bloody grim because, I'll give you an example. Dragon Skull, its shares fell by 84%. Arab Tech, its shares have fallen by 15%. And Arab Tech had raised 1.5 billion dirhams just to make sure that their losses would be taken care of. Okay, and Dragon Skull is also taking money. Now you might say, Lloyd, these are 2 companies, but these are massive companies. These were companies that were minting millions of dollars of profit. And today they are in billions of losses. And remember, construction is the backbone for the Middle East. The problem is, how much will you construct? How many more buildings will you construct? And where people are going to stay if people are not staying in the country? Okay, The next one is from Zavia.com. It says UAE has 50 banks, including 22 lenders, which is bloody very high for a 9 million population. For Saudi, okay, Saudi, which has a population of 32 million. Now, UAE has only 9 million, but it has 50 banks and 22 lenders. Saudi has 32 million. 9 million, 32 million. But Saudi has only 12 banks, while UAE has 50 banks. What the hell are you doing with so many banks? As per this article, after two of UAE's biggest lenders, that is First Gulf Bank and National Bank of Abu Dhabi, merged to become the first Abu Dhabi bank, it seems three more lenders are talking to merge. Okay, why they're merging is because of slow economy, sliding housing prices. The accounting standards have become more tougher and there is more competition. Sabah Al-Binali, CEO of Abu Dhabi Investment, said there'll be pressure by bigger banks to absorb the smaller banks because they cannot manage. Oman, it seems, bans expat in certain sectors. This is Arab News, 31st December. More than 40,000 Omanis have benefited, which means 40,000 expats have lost their jobs. The problem is expat make up 87 of the Omani private sector, and Omanis now, the Oman government wants more Omanis. Then Saudi, it seems, is also from Argam.com. It says they're going to nationalize 4 more additional jobs, which is car parts, carpeting, pastries, and construction material, including medical equipment. So people in these areas are also going to lose jobs. Their decision is cars, clothes, furniture, kitchenware, electronics, watches, eyewear. You will lose your jobs if you're in these sectors. Then coming to Dubai, it seems two got arrested for sharing an offensive video. What was the offensive video? They were throwing 1,000 dirham notes, moved the car on top of the notes. So this was offensive to Dubai. They have a court case against them. And if that was not shocking enough, a young man, he has been fined $500,000 with 5 years fine for putting a funny video on Instagram. They say that he made fun of Emiratis, the Arabic accent. Now he has been jailed for 5 years and $500,000. You can imagine if you're 20 years old and you're going to be jailed for 5 years and your family has to pay $500,000. So now do you understand why I never put any video when I was in Dubai? In fact, the most shocking article is the one by independent.co.uk that Gulf investors are wary after Khashoggi's murder and a British spy detention. As per this article, the problem in Dubai is salaries are dropping, real estate prices have come down, retail profits and corporate profits are down, tourism has been affected, and people are leaving. One consultant in the UAE said that people are leaving because it has become too costly for a family to live in UAE. One of our UAE consultants, what he said is, the problem with UAE, they want yes men. You should not challenge the authorities, you should not challenge the vision. Whatever they say, you should say yes, and only then your job is secure. And that is why he decided that he wants to leave, and he spoke in a matter of anonymity. You can check this article. And it seems many of South Asian expats, that is India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, they are going back home because their salaries are falling, or they're sending their families back home because now their purchasing power is decreased, positions are no longer secure, and if you lose your job, you have to pay your loans, your financial commitments, and that is not the way to do business. Biggest problem is you're not a citizen in that country, so why should you stay there? So last, if not the least, now this is Sheikh Mohammed's vision, which is in ArabianBusiness.com. He states that a 50-year charter. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in the next few months, but here the charter is for 50 years. Let's see what it says. It says there are 9 articles focused on economy, education, medicine, philanthropy, self-sufficiency. Now, there are 9 articles. If you actually read this document, what it says is the first article is to ensure that Dubai becomes a crossroad between East and West, North and South. It becomes the main center point with its neighbors. First article, my opinion, good, fine. I believe you as long as you don't get competition from your neighbors. And you know why UAE is being so kind to Pakistan and giving billions? Because it wants to ensure that all the trade routes, they capture it and they have control. Imran Khan is focusing on the short term. You'd see the actual results later on. Don't want to comment right now, but this is, anyway, the first article. The second article he says is it should develop integrated geo-economic zones where people can manage their own investments and councils to market them. I believe this article will not work. Why? Because the problem is you have laws that keep changing. You have policies that change every year. The worst part is the payments. If you do a government-based project like Dubai airport expansion, what happened to thermal? knows? All these electromechanical companies which participate in all these Dubai-based projects, hardly any one of them got their money on time. Some of them never got paid. So when you have this situation, who wants to participate in the projects? So the second article where they want to create these zones like industrial zone or outsourced zone, the academic city, what is happening there? Hardly anything. You have such high rents. The only cities which are working is Media City, Internet City. Rest, none of the cities are working. So the second one article, I doubt it's going to work. Third article is the first commercial city in the region, according to which they'll grant licenses without having to reside in Dubai to allow investors to open bank accounts and grant e-residences. What they're trying to do is keep your black money here, all your money that you don't want it to be taxed, put it here, and we will legalize it. We'll make the black money into white money. Now, initially, I believed it would work because that is what has been running UAE. Income which is not accounted for is being invested in UAE and they're making it white. But I'll tell you why it will not work. Why it will not work is because UAE just got slapped with money laundering. The EU says you can't make our citizens earn money and invest in UAE without being accounted for. They have to pay tax for it. Okay, India is also becoming smart there. That's number one. Number two is most of these projects that they have invested money is construction is half the way it has stopped and people have lost millions. You know, whether it's illegal money or any money, but if they start losing money, they don't want to trust. And once bitten, twice shy. That is why all the buildings you see which are half constructed, that building represents millions of dollars of people's hard-earned money. They're saying, no, we can't get it back. So I doubt this is going to work. Fourth article says establishment of centralized education database for degrees, classes, training courses, and conferences will be recorded. Now, this is a very honorable thing. Why? Because the ruler wants education to be available to his citizens. But here's my question. When you have overpriced education, okay, let's assume you're giving it for free, but you have low quality teachers, you have no system of standards, you have the students who can bully the teachers, and you have international rules and regulations that can be modified to suit a particular country, which they're not very happy about. Who is interested? In fact, the 2,000 or 4,000 teachers who got terminated, do you think that they are not going to speak and tell other people, don't go there, don't work, you lose your jobs? So, and also keep in mind, where education is for free, people don't respect it. They don't have any value for it. Today's generation, which is so addicted to social media, want to be an Instagram star, YouTube star, multi-billionaire, millionaire with my Ferrari and 9-figure income. Most of the youngsters don't want to study. They just want to become rich fast. Fifth article says 24/7 they will offer medical consultations through network of doctors and they'll provide world-class medical facilities. Here's the problem. Your hospitals have become profit centers, money-making machines that do not care if they chop, cut, slice, dice. They don't care as long as they make money. So if you can get a normal birth, it's only 7,000 dirhams. But if you cut the stomach and make it cesarean, it's 25,000. What do you think the doctor is going to focus on? Because he has targets, he has overheads, and the hospital has to make money, they will cut. And when you cut a body, it never goes back to the same way. That is why the locals themselves, they do not trust UAE. They go to Thailand, they go to India, they go to Philippines for medical treatment. So the fifth article, 24/7 medical construction, if it is for free, it'll work. Given the way that it's not going to be for free, I doubt. Sixth article calls for economic and creative zones in Dubai universities for youngsters, where not only the youngsters but the universities can create businesses and release their creativity. The problem with today's youth, they have too many ideas, too much of creativity, nothing practical. This will also not work because today's younger generation wants life easy. They don't want to work. They don't have the basic desire or the character to work hard. And you don't have to believe me. Just look at any generation. They know so much because they have a smartphone, social media, Facebook account, Instagram account, have just ideas. They want to be the next Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, but they don't want to work hard. Last one is the seventh article, a comprehensive system that allows citizens to be self-sufficient with water, food, and energy. This, I believe, Dubai can do as long as its treasury is full. But given that its treasury is not full, how are you going to take care of locals who want the same benefits that they were getting in the glory days? They want it now. In fact, quite a number of locals are unhappy because now they're used to that rich lifestyle. They don't want to suffer. Yes, there are very many of them who still believe in the leadership, an empty stomach, an empty bank balance, no jobs. This is going to create a lot of problems. So the intention is good, but I doubt how far. And see, here's the biggest thing of all. The biggest question nobody's asking. Sheikh Mohammed is a great visionary, yes, but he's 60. He's 60 plus. He'll not live forever. After he goes, which everyone has to die at some point, what about the next generation? Do you think that next generation has the same leadership quality? In fact, if you see, most of the fathers of business people, they are visionaries, the ones who created the business. But their children, they are not up to the mark. Check Bill Clinton's children. Do you see them anywhere? Obama's children? Anything? Arnold Schwarzenegger's children? Anything? Richard Branson, Elon Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, any of their kids, are they visionaries? Are they doing anything great? No, it's not that easy. It is not easy. Just because you were born at a particular time, right place, right everything, and you are lucky, doesn't mean your generation is going to do that great. That is why many people question, after Sheikh Mohammed, what's going to happen? That's a very big question nobody has an answer for. Not wishing anything bad, but this is the reality. Finally, the last if not the least. Some of you had sent me a couple of videos. Now, in these videos that I received, I went a little fast. I can see this person walking. I think it is in Dera where he's walking, where all these streets are empty. He shows these shops where inside there's hardly anyone there. Some of them are these Arabic shops, these incense shops, these fruits and nut shops, and nobody's there. There's hardly anyone walking on the streets. It's this textile shop. This guy is sleeping there. He looks like an Irani trader. These carpet shops, I don't know who wants to buy a carpet. Then as he turns and moves, you'll see all these other shops, perfume shops or, these general shops. Just think about it. The electricity, the water, the rent, the salaries. How are they managing to cover all these expenses? Especially when you have a nice glittering shop which is filled with lights, filled with these expenses and nobody's there. How do you manage these expenses? So these videos clearly show that there are no people. Now, yes, I do know that one of you will say, oh, Loy, if you just capture one part of the day, how about weekends? Okay, so 7 out of 7 days a week, 7 days. So you're going to have, people working 5 days a week or 6 days a week. And you're going to have most of them sitting empty, looking at their phones and hardly doing anything. You're just going to have 1 day a week. Now, here you can see this is a shopping center. I think this one is a city center in Shindaga. All the shops are empty. And then you can see the video where this guy is walking and, all the shops are empty and the shops which are open, there's hardly anyone there. So my question to you again is, where are the business people? Where are the investors? Where are the people shopping? In fact, look at it. Where can you see anybody walking? There is hardly anyone walking in this shopping mall. And if there is no one, how do you pay for the expenses? Because keep this in mind, when you have a business and it is empty, it goes in a loss. This is, I think, in Al Wasl Road. This is what I wanted to share with you in terms of the videos where shopping malls are empty. And last but not the least, I want to share with you some funny bits. This one is from one gentleman who I've censored his name. He says, truth be told, there is a certain Thailand-based YouTuber whose name I'll not mention. Oh, so I'm not to be mentioned. He has given an important retrospective on the problems of Dubai, and most of his predictions are true. You have to search him out yourself. He has given a very detailed analysis on the problems of Dubai. He's an ex-Dubai expat. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. Another one is this guy, his name is Himanshu Rana, who commented on YouTube. He said, Lloyd, do you have a tattoo on your penish also? So he wants to know if I have a tattoo on my penis. Another one says, Sahi, sorry buddy, I couldn't see your whole video because of the tattoo. It doesn't give a good feeling. Am I putting my videos to help you get a good feeling? Next one, Ibby Matthews. Why aren't you working? Why do you live the way you live? Your tattoos show you're completely confused. Ibby Matthews, I'm not working like you. I'm not a salaried slave. I don't have to live the way you live. I'm enjoying my life and I'm having good fun. So why should I suffer? Then Aristotle Gali, which I think is a fake name, is Loy Machedo. You are a dog, Bow Wow, who has been enjoying molesting kids in Thailand. How do you know? My wife is a kid. My wife is not a kid. She is 24. But if you look at it technically, I'm 40, she is 24. So maybe that's why you're saying 20 years gap. Okay. While pretending to be a guru, I never pretended to be a guru. I'm a personal branding strategist, not a guru. Okay. You're a poor version of Asaram Bapu. I have no idea who that is. You're in the right path, my perverted guru. Thank you very much, sir. Your followers are pea-brains, subhuman, who can't even figure out how to use toilets. How do you know? Did you go to the toilet, sit with your mouth open and tell them to shit in your mouth? Okay. For motivational speakers, you got plenty of time to reply and berate your critics. What do you want me to kiss my critics? Of course, I'll berate my critics like you, cartoon. Be careful, you're slowly revealing your true colors. My color is brown and I'll continue remaining brown. Your vapid, not vapid, rapid comments. You are becoming a caricature of cancer. Ooh, cancer dangerous. Okay. A dweller who thrives on gossip. Thank you so much, sir. Dropping of insecure society. Where did you copy these nice little phrases? I like them. And polish them and present them as your opinion and articulate with your 10-year-old vocabulary. Thank you very much, sir. You took time to write and watch my video. That matters a lot. David Byrne says, your child is as ugly as you, horrible Indian cunt. I bet your shit cunt parents are proud of you. Thank you so very much, sir. You are another kind person. Next one is this guy. I censored his number. He says, hi, I am working with Finance House Dubai. I was working with Dunya. I think your information about Dunya Finance is wrong. They reduced the number of employees as a part of a new CEO's policy. So I asked him, what was it before? What is it now? He said, the CEO was Mr. Rajiv Kakar. He's from IIM Ahmedabad. Please check dunya.ae. Thanks. Please confirm the information. They have increased salary and incentives as per this person, Mr. So I asked him, they've increased my salary how much? 10, 100, 1,000? What's your incentive? Rolls Royce? He said they've increased the salary by a minimum of 4,800 dirhams. Wow. Can you believe that they've increased the salary by 4,800 dirhams? So I didn't believe him. I said, you can randomly state vague information. Send me an email from your official email address. He said, okay. So I said, then I'll know what you're saying is correct and not from thin air. Then he sent me his LinkedIn link. So this is Mr. I've kept his phone number hidden. Next one is, this is another genius. He says, Loy, how are you, bro? I'm looking for an investor for a startup company who would potentially be bigger than Google. Ayo, bigger than Google. Oof. Google, be careful. I need an investment of 10 million US dollars. 10 million. 10 million US dollars. I tried calling you a number, but it doesn't connect. No, it connects. I don't pick up. So please call me if you can accept. So he wants $10 million. Only. What a nice guy. Okay, next one. From Ikena Obozodo Z. Oof. Ooga booga. Okay. Loy Machedo, I told you about 8-9 months ago, your life will catch up to you someday. LOL. It is only much faster than I thought. Ha ha ha. Okay. Folks, you already discovered. He's addressing everyone on my YouTube, so I don't know. Why don't you create a YouTube? Yeah. Okay. Folks, you have already discovered you're just a bitter for some unknown reason. S. Hence, I asked you 8 months back if you are kicked out again. Baba, I was not kicked out. Okay. For some unknown reason. Okay. Dude. Now I'm a dude. Fact remains, you can't be outside Dubai and know precisely what's happening within Dubai. Dude, how did I get those videos? Dude, how do people write to me? Dude, there's something called social media. Dude, email. Dude, internet. Okay. So I'm wondering, why are you not responding to so many dudes countering you with facts and to the roots of the footfalls and malls below? Create a YouTube channel, put a video, then I'll agree. Okay. You have zero evidence proofs to which to respond to this. Stop your dirty thing, bro. It helps no one but you, bro. Okay, bro. Ooga booga, ooza booza. I don't know. Okay, then he says, 2090, get busy with good cause, do something good with your life, propagate positivity, good energy, good vibes, live and let live. Happy New Year. At least he was nice. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Ooga Booga Booza. Okay. Next one is this guy. Who's he? Okay, yeah, the last one is this one. What he says is Dabang Lewen Yang. This time you're completely Liang. Not lying, Liang. I'm in Dubai for past 38 years, never experienced anything. Oh, in 38 years, how many times you went to jail? How many times did a local put a case on you? How many times did you get bankrupt? So just because you didn't get bankrupt, you didn't go to jail, you don't have a bounce check, means nothing happens. Ayyo, people, when will you learn? So guys, these were some of the funny messages that I got from people. Let me know your thoughts once again. Like I say, I share videos. I put your comments. Feel free to comment right down there. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. And like I said, you want to support my channel, feel free to send me the little bit of money. Always helps. Details are put down below. PayPal, lloydmachedo.com. So until next time, guys, this is me signing off for now. Take care.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Machedo is the best.